Good morning, students. Our today's topic is silk from the chapter Fiber to Fabric. Now, what is silk? Silk is a fine, strong, soft, and shining fiber. So, what is a silk? Silk is a fine, strong, soft, and shining fiber obtained from silkworm. It is separated from the cocoons of silkworms and is made of protein. So, silk is made of protein. Silk is also the strongest natural fiber. It is the strongest natural fiber. Since silk is an animal protein, because we know silk is made of a protein and we get silk from cocoons of silkworms. So silk is an animal protein. So it gives a smell of burning hair. So it always gives a smell of burning hair when burnt. So if we see the characteristics of silk, then we say that silk is the number one, it is the strongest natural fiber. Number two, it is very costly fiber. Costly fiber because of its natural shining appearance. Then number three, it is a soft and shining fiber. Clear? Number four, it is made of protein. So these are the characteristics of silk fiber. Silk fibers are converted into silk yarn. Yarn means thread, which is used for making silk cloth. Thus, this silk cloth is then used for making sari and other dresses. So, next is the sericulture. So, what is sericulture? The rearing of silkworm. Rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. So what is the definition of sericulture? Sericulture is the rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk. China leads the world in silk production, and other silk producing countries are India and Japan. Is clear to you all? Yes, okay. Our next subtopic is life cycle of a silk moth. Life cycle of a silk moth. So, the female silk moth lays pale yellow eggs on the leaves of mulberry trees. So what we can say, the eggs of silk moth are pale yellow in color. The female silk moth, not the male one, the female silk moth lays pale yellow eggs on the leaves of a tree, that is the mulberry tree. Then the eggs hatch in 2 weeks' time to form worm-like larvae, or we can say these are the caterpillar or the silkworm. So the larvae of silk moth are known as caterpillars or silkworms. So the is next step is, or the next stage is the cocoon. The eggs hatch in 2 weeks' time to form the larvae called caterpillar or silkworm. So at this, in the second stage, so this is the second stage. In the second stage, the silkworms feed on leaves or mulberry tree and grow bigger in size. So in this stage, the larvae or the silkworms or the caterpillars, they feed on leaves of mulberry tree and grow bigger in size. During the larval stage, the silkworms shed their skin. They, in this stage, they shed their skin 4 times. That means 4 times they shed their skin, which is known as molting. Shedding of the skin by the silkworms in the larval stage is known as molting. Silk is formed in the liquid form in the 2 glands in silkworm's head. So silkworm's head, 2 glands are there. So the silk is formed in liquid form in these 2 glands in the silkworm's head. Now the silkworm is ready to enter the third stage of its development called pupa. Each silkworm begins to spinning a cocoon by moving its head in the pattern of figure 8. So in this stage, each silkworm begins spinning its head in the pattern of figure 8. During this movement of it, the silkworm secretes silk in liquid form through the tiny opening in its head, because already we know the silk is formed in the liquid form in the 2 glands in the silkworm's head. So when the silkworms begins spinning a cocoon by moving its head in the pattern of figure 8, so during this movement, that means in the pattern of figure 8, so during this movement of it, the silkworm secretes silk in liquid form through the tiny opening in its head, and the liquid silk is coated in sericin. Now, what is sericin? Sericin is a protein created by silkworms in the production of silk. That means sericin, it is a protein, it is water soluble. So the sericin, the liquid silk is coated in sericin, coated by a protein which is water soluble. And when the liquid silk it comes in contact with the air, then it solidifies. Solidifies, that means it changes into liquid, changes into solid, and it becomes silk fiber. So that time only it changes into silk fibers. So again I'm saying that each silkworm begins spinning a cocoon by moving its head in the pattern of figure 8. During this movement of head, the silkworm secretes silk in liquid form through the tiny opening in its head. Liquid silk is coated in sericin. Sericin is a protein which is water soluble and protect the liquid silk, because silky liquid silk is coated with sericin. So it is a protective layer, or we can say a protective gum made of protein, and also it is water soluble and solidifies on contact with the air and becomes silk fiber. Within 2 to 3 days, the silkworm covers itself completely with silk fiber. So, what we can say, within 2 to 3 days, the silkworm, that is the caterpillar, or we can say the larvae, it is completely covers itself with silk fibers. So the silky covering spun by the silkworm for its protection is called cocoon. So when the silkworm it covers completely itself by the silky covering which is spun by itself for its protection, then it is called cocoon. The cocoon is made by silkworm to protect its development as pupa. The fourth stage, when the pupa enclosed in cocoon develops fully to form an adult silk moth. So next stage, when the pupa it develops fully to form an adult silk moth, then the cocoon splits up. Splits means it breaks. The cocoon breaks up and a beautiful silk moth comes out. Adult silk moth lives only for a few days, and after that again it lays eggs. Then the eggs hatch in 2 weeks to time from the larvae, which are known as caterpillars or the silk moth, and the silk moth again goes into the pupa stage, where it secretes the silk by moving its head in the pattern of 8, and then it covers completely itself by a silky covering which is spun by itself. This stage is known as cocoon, and inside the cocoon, there is that means the silk moth developed, and when the adult silk moth developed completely, then the cocoon breaks up and a beautiful silk moth comes out. So this is the complete life cycle of the silk moth, the life cycle of a silk moth. So it is clear to you all, everyone. It is clear to you all. Okay. So again, I'm saying you all, the first stage, the female silk moth. So listen carefully, everyone. In the first stage, the female silk moth lays pale yellow eggs on the leaves of a tree. So again, I'm saying stage 1, first stage, on the leaves of mulberry tree, the female silk moth lays pale yellow eggs. Then the second stage, the eggs hatch in 2 weeks' time to form the worm-like larvae called caterpillars or the silkworms. And at this stage, the caterpillar or the silkworm shed their skin 4 times while they grow, and silk is formed in liquid form in two glands in the silkworm's head. So this is the part from which part silk is formed in liquid form, and during this larval stage the silkworm shed their skin. How many times? It is 4 times, and this stage is known as molting. After this stage, the silkworm is ready to enter the pupa stage. So that is the third stage. In the pupa stage, each silkworm, or we can say the caterpillar or the larvae, it moves its head in the pattern of figure 8, and during this movement the silkworm secretes silk in liquid form. Liquid silk is formed through the tiny opening of the head, and this liquid silk is coated with sericin. Sericin is a protective layer, or we can say the protective gum, which is made of protein, and it is also water soluble. So the liquid silk, when it comes in contact with air, it changes into solid and becomes silk fiber. Within 2 to 3 days, the silkworm, that is the larva, or we can say the caterpillar, it completely covers itself with the silky covering which is spun by itself, and this stage is known as, this is called cocoon. And inside the cocoon When the adult silk moth it develops, then the cocoon it breaks up, or we can say it splits up, and a beautiful silk moth comes out. So this is the fifth stage. So again, the from the silk moth, that is a female silk moth, lays the pale yellow eggs on the leaves of the mulberry tree. Again, the egg hatches and the silkworms come out from the eggs, and the silkworms then again shades its skin for the 4 times, then enters the next stage, that is called the pupa. And in the pupa stage, a silkworm begins spinning a cocoon by moving its head, and during these movements of head, the liquid silk is secreted, and then it is again liquid silk is coated with, or we can say covered by sericin, and it becomes solid when comes in contact with air and becomes silk fiber. Then the silkworm completely covers itself by the silky covering, which is spun by itself, and inside the that is called the cocoon, and inside the cocoon again the adult silk moth develops, and then the cocoon splits off and beautiful silk moth comes out. So this is a cycle. So this cycle is known as life cycle of a silk moth. So it is clear, I think now it is clear to you all. Yes, okay, fine. Next is uh, only 8 minutes left. So shall I go to the shall I move to the next topic, subtopic, rearing of silkworms? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay, okay, fine. Okay. And 100 out of 105 students, only 53 students are there now here in this class. Only 50, 55. Huh? Okay, 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 fine. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Then our next topic. Shall I or not? Because it also require, I think, at least 15 to 20 minutes to explain. So shall I? Only 7 minutes left. No? Then then tomorrow. Then tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I will explain. Only tomorrow, because 7 minutes left. Only 6 or 7 minutes. Huh? Time spent. Silk silk moth lays, female silk moth lays egg, and then 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, 2 weeks means 14 days. After 14 days, the caterpillar or the silkworms hatch, comes out, that is comes out from the eggs, and then it takes then after that they enter then the silkworms, they feed on the leaves of mulberry trees, grow bigger in size. During the larval stage, silkworms shed their skin 4 times. Clear? So it takes again, I think, 5 to 6 days. Then it enters the pupa stage. Pupa stage, it secretes the silk in liquid form. Then within 2 to 3 days, the silkworm covers itself completely. So 2 to 3 days means again see 14 days, 14 plus 4 to 5 days, that is 19 or 20 days. That means within 25 days, or 23 to 25 days, a silk from the egg, or complete, that means that is a total cycle of the time of the complete life cycle of silk moth. It takes 20 to 20, 23 to 25 days to complete its life cycle. Clear? Okay. Any question? Say other two very important things you have to remember, that what are the characteristics of, like wool, what are the characteristics of silk fiber? Number one, silk is number one characteristic. Silk is a fine, strong, soft, and shining fiber. So that is a number one characteristic. Number two, silk is made of protein. So it is an animal protein. That means it gives a smell of burning hair when burned, because it is made of animal protein. Number three, silk is the strongest natural fiber. Natural fibers we get from both plants and animals. From plants we get cotton, jute, coir, hemp, flax, and from animals we get wool and silk. So among all these fibers, silk is the strongest natural fiber. It is very, very important characteristics feature of silk. And it is, please let me complete. So it is a costly fiber. Why it is very costly fiber? Because of its natural shining appearance. And another reason is that it is very costly fibers because to get the silk from the silkworms, we have to kill a thousand and thousands. We have to kill a million and million of silkworms in boiling water. That is why it is very costly fiber. We have to boil them. The cocoon, that means the cocoons of the silkworms are boiled in hot water, boiling water. We have to kill the millions and millions of silkworms. That is why it is very costly fiber. So these are the characteristics, features of silk. Then the very important definition, that is what is sericulture. The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Then another very, very important definition is what is cocoon. The silky covering spun by the silkworm for its protection is called cocoon. Another very important definition, what is molting. Molting is the process by which the silkworms shed their skin during the larval stage. So what is molting? Molting is the process by which the silkworms shed their skin during the larval stage. So these are the three very, very important definition. The next, what is sericin? Sericin. What is sericin? Sericin is a protein created by silkworm in the production of silk. It is a protective gum because liquid silk is coated in sericin. So it is a protective gum which is also water soluble. So I think now it is clear to you, all of you, what are the important definition, important characteristic features. Okay. Now, if you have any confusion, any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Okay, you can ask me. So I think you all have my personal number. Yes. So you can ask me. And And one thing I want to say you all, that is 7A. Bishal is here. Bivant and Vishal, both of you are here. Both Vishal and Vivant. Nihal Singh. Then section B, Akul Raj. Akul, you are here. Akul. And then Bivan, Karnish. Karnish. Karnish is here. Shivashish, you are here. Shivashish Kalita.